Today marks a very special day for all of us, the family that is building the new hospital to serve our warfighters, our wounded warriors, and their families. Topping out is a major significant accomplishment, and it marks a milestone where the structure reaches its highest point. It is originally a Scandinavian tradition that when a new structure reached its highest point, the builders would place an evergreen tree atop the last girder and would celebrate, pay tribute to the spirits of the woods that they were displacing, and that tree would also signify life for the building. Much like this building will ensure healthcare and a safe place for its families, the same way we celebrate having reached this milestone with a perfect safety record. We are most proud of that. Everybody should give yourself applause. 0 lost time, 0 darts, 250,000 man-hours worked to date. We would not be able to reach this milestone without the help, the support, the assistance of everyone that's here and the extended families that stand behind us. We have been lucky enough to form a true joint venture that expands well beyond just Clark and McCarthy. This joint venture includes all of our subcontractor partners, and it includes the Navy. And first and foremost, we want to thank the Navy team that has put its faith in us, that selected the Clark McCarthy team to deliver this project. And through the leadership of Captain Williamson, Commander Robinson, Brian Seward, David Williams, Ken Miller, the HDR team led by Tom Todd. You guys passed the baton on to us 14 months ago. We appreciate your help, your support, and hopefully you're proud of where we've taken that baton in the last 14 months. Thank you very much.
It's a momentous day to be here, and just looking up at what's constructed today, I just remember back to 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago, when we just first started getting these phone calls saying, hey, we might build a hospital here. And a lot of us shook our heads and said, what are you talking about? So it's just unbelievable to see getting from the money to the contract award to seeing the topping out on the steel in such a short amount of time. We needed a team that could deliver, and many people didn't think it could happen. We found that team. Actually, you guys found us. You said that you can do it, and I think this is testament that you can do it with safety, with quality, and actually 1 month ahead of schedule. So give yourselves a round of applause for that. I'm out of time, but I want to say a very, very heartfelt thanks to everybody, every single one of you. I get to see you when I walk around. You guys are the ones that are not seeing me because you're busy working and making sure this thing is a quality product. Thank you for keeping this personal. It's personal to us. Thank you for making it personal in your hearts as well. Really appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Well, it's kind of always interesting for the general when he finds out he's the guest of honor, and which I just found out 15 seconds ago. But what I want to do is I'm looking out at all the hard hats and the orange vest and the yellow vest out there, and I would just like for all of you to stand at one time. All of you that have had actually put your hands on this project, put your hands on a drawing, put your hands on the idea. If you just all stand up at once and be recognized. All right. Now the applaud may sound light. That's because those are the ones here who didn't have a hand in the project. I want to thank you all. Thank you very much. It's kind of, this is kind of, if you go back through time, and I have walked amongst the pyramids of Egypt. I actually rode a camel through the pyramids of Egypt. And they built those pyramids out of pretty much, it looks like sandstone and some mud. And they hand moved all those things. But I would say that what you have done, all of you who stood up a moment ago, are actually building something with a record of world-class safety, world-class quality that will last if we take care of it. as long as the pyramids of Egypt. You know, we are sometimes in a society which disposes of houses and homes and buildings way too fast. And the idea, when I look at that steel structure behind us right now, that tells me that this should surely outlast the pyramids. And the generations to come of sailors, soldiers, Marines, airmen, Coast Guardsmen, and their families who rate coming here, generations way beyond our current imaginations, will be able to enjoy what you have here. Actually, I'm going to retire here. I have a ceremony coming up in a couple of weeks. And what I've decided was I was going to get sick often. And I was going to get one of those rooms up there that looks out over the ocean. I'm going to say thank you to all of you hard hats, all of you architects and engineers and plumbers and fitters and welders. As I lay in that hospital bed, oh, I was well a long time ago. But this is a place that other people have poured their love and dedication into for healing. Now you got to think of that. War is an awful thing. I've had to go there. I've had to be places I didn't want to be. I've had to see blood in the sand that turns an ugly purple from our wounded and otherwise. The American people during the course of the last decade have provided all they could to support our soldiers, sailors, Marines, coasting airmen who have gone off to war. This is a monument to that support. The reason why the American fighting man is as good as he or she is wherever they go is because of the strength of people like you who are behind them at home. You know, I've seen other nations' soldiers go to war, and they don't fight as hard in many, many circumstances. Because when they go down, if they get hit, there's no hospital system behind them. There's no VA. There's no taxpayer willing to take care of their wounds. Their family does without their breadwinner. What you do, what you've done, what you're doing is sitting right here where people, thousands of people each and every day passing along the freeway, where generations of Marines and sailors will come, will stand as testimony to your love for those who serve our country so well. You've done it with a safety record that's been mentioned. Carlos, that's a heck of a record. You've done it on time, on budget. That's critical. The reason why this project is being built, quite frankly, first and foremost, was we needed to kick the American economy in the butt. And we still need to. But because we were ready to go, Marine Corps Base, Camp Pendleton, the OIC, see, all of those folks from NAVFAC Southwest were ready when they said we wanted projects to put the American worker to work now. They were ready at NAVFAC Southwest to do that. And we had a requirement for a hospital that met all safety requirements well into the future. And we have created those jobs. Somewhere between 600 and 1,000 people per month will be on this for another year and a half or more. And we're recycling that money into the economy, and your families, each and every one of you who work here, will partake of that. And so it's actually taxpayers' money going to the right place at the right time. And you, I really don't know how to thank the workers enough. I don't know if you could pat yourselves on the back for what you're doing here. And for what you will always be able, every time you drive in down Interstate 5, you will be able to see the testimony of your work. You will be able to say, that sailor in there, that baby that's born in there, I had a part of that. There's not many people who get to put a marker on the earth that will last through generations. The marker you put is going to last through the generations. And we're going to take care of it. The Navy, the Marine Corps team, are going to take care of it. Because we want it to last as long as the pyramids of Egypt. And it really should. God bless you all for what you do. And as we say in the Marine Corps, Semper Fidelis. Thank you.